We're gonna be getting into some song wars. Can't wait to get into it. We got 16 submissions on our bracket tonight. So 16 people are gonna be able to compete. First place is gonna win $80, man, cash. Second place is gonna win $20.
We're gonna have 4 basically categories to judge from. Number 1 we're gonna do is gonna be sound selection. Could be if you're an artist, what kind of atmosphere you created, what type of beat you made. And if you're a producer, like what type of beat, what kind of sounds did you use to formate this performance. That could be vocals, or if you're a producer, same way of how you set up the beat and how everything hits, just how well you were able to piece it together on all your contribution. And then we have mix and master, so overall kind of quality of the song, how we're enjoying it, how it sounds in the headphones, things like that. And then our last category is going to be the audience vote. So you guys are going to vote as well with us, and whoever gets the highest, so we're going to do these out of 10. You guys all have the chance to vote too and contribute to how this goes. We want to give you guys your vote as well. Whoever gets the higher score is going to move on to the next round.
Iodine versus Goonie the Kid.
We got Iodine first. This is Without You.
Tell me, was it all that you thought it would be without me? 'Cause now all your stories make sense. You were running around me, played me a fool in your head.
They don't sound the way they do, man. Big shouts out to Iodine. Without You.
I gave him 8s across the board, just solid 8s, because I really like the song.
I went 9s across the board. Like I said, I really like this one. Everything from the vocal choice, like for performance, being an EDM producer, I kind of chalk that up to the drops. I really like that drop, especially that last one. This is Goonie the Kid, Mogul. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
I keep checking over my shoulder, gotta keep some enemies close. I went splurging up, backtrack them diamonds, bust my earlobe. I can fuck around with broke, they fucking up my mental. You don't fuck me, but you stole me, cause I'm standing 10 toes. I've been rolling off that Yola, I just did like 10 rows. Bitch, keep
For the sound selection, I did a 5, but I think it was because I couldn't necessarily hear the beat all the way. Performance, I gave you a 6 because it was good energy, but this relates to my next one. Mix and mastering, I gave you a 4 just because I think the mix and master was holding back like the energy of your verse.
With sound selection, I went with 6. Partially, if the mix, like some of the air in the mix was brought out, I might appreciate the beat a little bit more.
Yeah.
On the performance, I give it a 7.5. Oh, like you said, I like the energy in his voice. I scored the mix and master at 4 as well.
Iodine 8.07. Goonie the Kid 5.63. Winner Iodine Pino versus Slimy Matic.
Hide and seek Pino. So let's go and get right into this one.
Seek told a bitch come find me, come Bruce Lee, where I chop no Chinese, stuck in my corner, yeah, bitch don't mind
Thank
me.
you for the follow.
Much love, Toad.
Smoking pine trees like I'm a dentist, told her open widely, water cost a brick to win.
Sound selection, I gave you a solid 6. Your sound was good overall, but the beat wasn't as my favorite. Performance, I gave you a 6. There was times where it felt kind of a little robotic-y. Mix and mastering, I gave you a solid 7. The master sounded really good.
7 on the sonic sound selection. I like some guitar auto-tune mashups, but it wasn't my favorite one.
Yeah.
For the performance, I give him a 7. Like I said, lyricism, I kind of worked into there, so it boosted the score a little bit. And then the mix and master, 6.5 from me. You know, I like the auto-tune keeping you on key. This next one right here, this is Slimy Matic, Nothing Like You. Let's go ahead and get it.
You wanna go? I wish I could've stayed. What have I done? By extreme amount of pain. Sorry I was born.
And this is for
I
M.
should've waited. If only I would've known. Oh yeah, I would've waited. I know I'm so close, but
Sound selection, I got you at a 7 because I really like the beat. Performance, I gave you a 6. Mix and master, I gave you a 5. The auto-tune was just a bit scratchy. It didn't bring out like the character or like the emphasis in your voice that I was looking for.
On the sound selection, I gave it an 8. I really like that beat. Performance, I gave it a 7.5. From a Lil Wayne-esque performance, I kind of thought it was cool. The mix and master, it just felt like, again, on those raspy parts, it was like a little bit sharp. It didn't feel like all the way just like polished.
Pino 7.24. Slimy Matic 6.90. Winner Pino Jupe versus GK Velo.
All right, we got Arsenal by Jupe. Let's go ahead and get right into this.
I only have room in my arsenal for the bangers that I just be stacking on top. Instead of what it's gonna rain and all, the boys should see that the way it don't stop for me. And they going up for me. When I get to the bag, all of a sudden these niggas they rock for me. But it's my life. I get the money and then all of a sudden they rock.
On the sound selection, I give it an 8. I love the way, and this plays into performance. This is where it got a 9 in performance, because I really love the way Jupe's just able to show her versatility. She's able to hit so many different notes. The mix and master, I gave it an 8. I thought it was very full, very dynamic, but there was just a couple moments where I heard clipping, where I heard just some distortion from a little bit too much signal.
Sound selection, I gave it 8.5 because I liked the beat and I thought it was great, but it wasn't like, oh, amazing, 10 out of 10. Performance, I'm with Poetic, 9. Strong as fuck, like every note was hit. Mix and master, I gave 7.5. Was there certain parts where the layering would kind of overpower when it'd come in?
And then this next one right here, this is gonna be GK Velo Fog. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Thank you for sharing, Jupe.
You know what it says, so watch your friends. Yeah, don't know what they say when you just blind up at me. What the possibilities unknown. I can't get out of
7.5 on the sound selection. I really like the ideas, but for the performance, I give it a 7.5 as well. A lot of really good parts from GK Velo, and I think cleaning up the mix might help a lot of this. In the mix and the master, I gave it a 6.5. That clashing between the sample and the main vocal made it a little bit hard for me to hear.
So sound selection, I gave it a 9. I really like that sample beat. On performance, I gave it a 7.5. I thought it was strong. For mix and master, I gave you a 7. Kind of right there with Poetic, like just a little bit of cleanup. Like this sounds like a good SoundCloud banger, but I want to hear it like a good Spotify, Apple Music, fully polished, ready to put on all platforms type of mix and master.
Jupe 8.46, GK Velo 6.87. Winner Jupe Snow Aster versus FR Jeans.
This is Snow Aster, The Road.
My room has been trashed while spirits regret. I look at the monster that I ran away from when I was a kid.
I gave the sound selection a solid just 9. That outro was incredible.
Yeah.
I wasn't necessarily a fan of the beginning of the instrumental. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't my thing in the beginning.
I had the exact same logic, just with an 8.5.
Performance, I gave it a 9. Just crazy vocals, bro. There's so much energy in them. There's so much like pain, beauty, all the things you want to hear just soaked into it. And then 7, just on the mix and master, it just felt off being a little quieter in the beginning, and then slow, like I do understand the concept, like slowly getting louder, right?
For the performance, I'm gonna give it a 9. It was so beautiful. It was so full. And then instead of a 7 for the mix and master, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I felt like there was a little bit over compression on the vocal. This next one right here, this is For Real Jeans. I just want perp drink, man. Let's go ahead and get right into this. And go ahead and spin that next name. For myself, I gave it a 6 on the sonic selection. I don't know, I just felt like the beat was a little bit empty for me. The performance for me, I give it a 6.5. There was also a lot of like flows and styles that you know just weren't really for me. The mix and the master again was just a 5. I liked things that you were trying, but it sounded to me just like ideas, like demos. You know, it didn't sound like the full polished idea.
On sound selection, I gave it a 7. I did like the beat. Performance, I gave it a 6. And this ties into my mixing and mastering. Using that heavy of auto-tune, I do think you gotta lean a bit more into it. Your melodies were off in some places, like it just didn't hit the notes. For mix and mastering, I'm kind of with Poetic. I have it at a 5.5. I see the things you were going for, like I did like the stutters and little things you added in.
Snow Aster 7.90. FR Jeans 5.64. Winner Snow Aster Cammy versus Michael J.
Cammy, this is Trippy Face.
Sound selection, I gave you a 5.5. It wasn't my favorite beat. I feel like your vocals definitely carried the song more than the beat. Like the beat just felt a little bit bland. Performance, I gave you a 6. I felt like it was being held down by the mix and master just a little bit. There was energy missing. And then mix and master, I gave it a 4.5. It doesn't sound like it has like a master on it. And then the mix, it felt a bit cloudy and muddy.
For myself on this one, sonic selection, I gave it a 7. I liked the overall vibe. Like, it didn't bother me or anything like that, but it didn't jump out. It didn't stand out to me as like, wow, this is special. Same with the performance. I gave it a 7. I think you touched on it well, where it's like, hey, some extra supporting vocals, some background vocals, ad-lib, stuff like that could take it to that next level. For the mix and master, I gave it a 6. Again, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. So Michael J, Just Friends, featuring Black Star.
Oh,
it's a good one, man. That's a good one.
Just friends, but we still fucking. It don't make sense. I get it, I love it when you do me. Girl, we just friends, and we still fucking. This shit don't end. The nigga getting fitty, yes I hate it, but I love it when you do me. Wow, I really try to keep it real. Mario found
So I got a 9 on the Sonic selection. It takes me back to like the 2000s. For performance, I give it a 10. Again, this was specifically Michael J who got spun. So that's that chorus I'm looking at. And like, I just gotten this song out of my head and they come back and share it again. Respect, I love it. That's all love. That brings it into me with the mix and master, the 8. The mix was super strong.
Sound selection, I got an 8. I enjoy the vocals a teeny bit more than the beat, so I'm gonna prioritize that, but sliding down, performance, vocals, 9. Hit makers for real. And then mix and master, I got a 7.5. I just think like, hey, listen to the songs that inspire you guys, whether it's those early 2000 songs, things like that. I think there is a difference in the song.
Gami 7.04, Michael J 8.47. Winner Michael J, Vigilante versus Rich Dior.
So this is Vigilante, Out of State.
They trying to get a favor off of me, but doesn't leave a tear. Kind of shots, what you think you going to the top? What we take him to the my full potential, super safe.
In Sonic selection, I gave him an 8.5. Part of that was the ear candy. Performance, I gave him a 9. There was some really cool techniques in there, as well as the production, the vocal. Like, to me, it was all really impressive. I gave it the mix and master an 8. I really liked the mix. Again, we talked about the ear candy, the explosions, the panning, but it didn't feel necessarily mastered, right? The mix sounded really good, but it didn't have that master glue to it that I felt.
I gave it 8.5s across the board. Sound selection, 8.5. That beat, it felt like it's a hype beat, but it's not over the top. Performance, 8.5. With your vocals, I think the focus is kind of more in the mix. And then mix and mastering, I think there is a good amount of ear candy, but I've seen you progress. I kind of see more of what you're capable of now.
All right, this is Yada by Rich Dior.
So sound selection, I gave you a 7 just because I think you did a good job like finding a good beat for your vocals. Performance, I gave you a 9 because I felt like you put your all into it. There was passion, everything. There was every energy you needed. It felt like you really put your all into the recordings. Mix and master, it wasn't my favorite, I'm gonna be honest. I gave you a 6.5. It felt a little like airy and dull in certain areas.
Yeah, like I said, with the Sonic selection, I like the way her voice sounded on the beat, but the beat wasn't necessarily like special to me. Performance, sorry, I give it a 9 as well. Like I said, her vocals and her cadence, you know, her dialect, I don't know what it is like the right word for it, but the way she says things, I like it. And then mix and master, I give it a 7.5. For me, it just didn't sound super full, and it sounded like there was a little too much air in the vocal that was keeping it a little separated from the beat.
Vigilante 8, Rich Dior 8.5. Winner Rich Dior. Ice Venny versus NBOXO.
This is Problems by Ice Venny. Let's get it.
Trust me, I know I've had better days. It's calling, keep a roll, stop pedaling. Come touch this with the vibe of the rhythm, babe. With the words of this, I just elevate. Don't care, let them talk up on the internet.
I gave it 9s across the board, you know, straight sweet and simple. I really like the sound selection, that kind of more Latin feel. I feel it fits really well with Ice Vinny's voice. Again, her performance, she just hits really sweet notes, had some nice backing vocals, nice supports. I feel like just the thing that would take it to that 10 is just a few more like harmonies, a few more melodies, just like kind of letting off some, you know, riffs. And then the mix and master, I gave it a 9 too. Like, sounds full, sounds solid. Some of the supporting vocals I felt were just a bit quiet.
I got sound selection at 8. I do like the beat. It does, to me, by the end, it does feel, it's like, okay, I've kind of got the gist of this. Not that it's repetitive, but I feel like complacent with it. Like, okay, not over the top, but not like not, it's like Despacito. Performance, I gave you an 8.5. I think it just, you sang really well. You felt comfortable. Mix and mastering, just 9, just good as fuck overall, solid.
Next up, we got MBOXO. Let's go ahead and get right into this. This is On You.
You see my eyes on you, you know what I must do, what I do. Got a hotel for me, yeah, all vibes, yeah, no cutting ties, yeah. You see my eyes on you, you know what I must do, what I do. Got a hotel for me, yeah, all vibes, yeah, no cutting ties, yeah. No cutting ties.
For sound selection, I gave you a 7.5. I really enjoyed the beat you created, and I like kind of the sonics. All the elements of like the sounds you're portraying sounded cool. But performance, I gave you guys an 8. I felt like you put a lot of passion into it. I could tell you were trying to hit harmonies, you're trying to stay on key, you were doing everything that you like should have been doing and needed to be doing and putting passion into it. Then with the mix and mastering, I gave you a 5.5. I just think that was really kind of what pulled the song down. It needs a full mix. Like, it feels like this is the rough draft, the demo.
On the sonic selection, I gave it an 8.5. Performance, I gave it an 8. For me, there was some parts on your vocals that I really liked, that I really resonated with, specifically some of those deeper vocals. And then there's other parts that just felt like they need more layers. On the mix and master, I'm with you, man. I gave it a 6.5. It kind of bummed me out where it was like, I really like this song. I could see it in the Sleepy Hollows, but then the mix and master would make it a little bit harder to, you know, to put it right next to that.
Ice Vanny 8, NBOXO 6.7. Winner Ice Vanny. Glock Jones versus Spring Lennox.
Big shouts out to Glock Jones, man. This next one right here, this is Back Active.
You better get the fuck when I'm shooting that stick. Max like Kobe, that nigga don't miss. None of my niggas gon' be about a bitch. Them niggas gon' be coming outside they in. You broke my hustle, bitch, you hit. You look at my shoulder, then it's a chip. Can't come on the park, cause your ass get dipped. That 30 parking out and stay on my hip. I stay with my clugger, the first to the fifth. And if you a junkie, light up yourself. Big boy drinker, knock off a left. If I do it once, I can do it again. Free YB, be getting a spin. You broke my hustle, bitch, you hit. Can't come on the park, cause your ass get dipped. That 36 on me and stay on my hip.
For me, I gave that one an 8.5 on sound selection. Performance, I gave it a 9, man. If you're gonna be saying what you're saying, I want to believe it. I don't want to like hear it's like, oh, bro, he ain't do it. Like, no, he ain't. You made me believe it. That's what kind of the key for that type of music. And then mix and master, I gave it an 8.5. I thought it was very solid.
I gave sound selection an 8. Just felt like the beat was a bit long. Performance 9, bro. Energy is everything in your style of rap. If you don't have it, if you don't have the swag, like the music's not for you. You have all of the redeeming qualities in your voice. And mix and mastering, I think it was an 8. For me, I'm just saying 8 just because it was solid. Like, I don't think it wasn't like amazing, but it was far from bad.
This is Springs Lennox, 7 World Trench Lennox. Let's go ahead and get it.
Where the hell the time go, man? See the clock and go Cobain. See my niggas demons unchained. Plotting on the world I'm gonna take. Took some time for music just to play. Came back with a new race. I remember sharing small place with my mama, brother, small place. Life is really real, it's hard to fade. Got some family that I really hate. Got some friends that died, I'm not the same. They so evil using God's name.
For myself, I give that one a 9 on sonic selection. I really like that beat. I'm gonna be honest, that beat resonated with me heavy. Performance, I gave it a 7. I felt like he had a lot of energy, and then the mix and master, I gave it a 5. Again, a lot of that brings it down to the auto-tune for me. I'm not sure if it was off key or I just wasn't my favorite sound.
Sound selection, I did 8.5. Like I said, I really loved the beat and sample. I was kind of uneasy with how it sat like together. Performance 7. I'm right there with you. It feels like you put a lot of intention, a lot of energy into it. Mix and master, I give you a 5.5. I like the distortion, but at the same time I didn't. I think just being more intentional with it, your vocal didn't feel wide. It didn't boom enough to match the heavy distortion of that.
Glock Jones 6.6. Spring Lennox 6.28. Winner Glock Jones. Quarterfinals, Iodine versus Spino.
So this is Iodine and Lethals. This is peanut butter chocolate syrup. Let's go and get right into it. This is my first 10 across the board. The detail from like the birds chirping, you know, there was on that bridge where you could literally hear like the birds chirping. It felt like you like just walked outside. For the performance, I don't know exactly how many drops there were, but I really liked like 80% of them. They were all like at that 10 tier. The mix and master, it just felt like everything had its own place. It was full. You could hear the bass, you could hear the melody. Again, you could even hear the birds chirping in its own place, you know, when it was at that spot on the album. So
for sound selection, I got 9.5, just elite choices of what you worked with. The sounds you chose to work with, the shit you chose to pursue, fucking great. Performance, 9. I really enjoyed the transitions, but they were just so much different. Like it seemed like they were just whole different pieces. Mix and master, 9.5. You're still only like 3-4 months in. I'm waiting till you hit that other level because I know it's there.
This one right here, we got Pinot Purple Candy featuring Crimson's Red. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
1, 2, 3, let's go. I ain't poppin' any smoking purple candy, so just let me show you what I mean. Roll this candy up, split it on my purples, you can see designs in my jeans. I'm stock hot, wild waist, a t-shirt wearing, I can turn you to a meme. I'm rockin' designer while you tryna find my bitch, yo, your bitch a sheen. She a mean green money making machine, but boy, no, you can't handle. Hot boy talking, you know we gon' hawk, I might hang him up above the mantle. Mind over matter, feel like the Mad Hatter's a top G, you can't cancel.
For myself, I threw a 8 on the sound selection. I thought it sounded really good all together. On the performance, I gave him a 9. Again, he had some really cool ad-libs, different melodies, the confidence, the swagger in that main vocal. But then on the mix and master, again, it was just that fuzz. So I gave it a 7.5. It felt just like there was a veil over the mix a little bit, just keeping it a little bit muddy.
Sound selection, I did a 7. Like I liked your flows. I think they matched the beat that you chose. Performance, I gave it an 8. This song you wrote like a more catchy. I think it was more well written than your last song, and I think it's the mix and mastering that's the only thing holding it back. I gave it a 5.5. The quality jump from the last song to this one it's so different.
Iodine 9.56, Pino 7.48. Winner Iodine. Quarterfinals, Snow Aster versus Jupe.
Prometheus, Karma, Huck. Let's go ahead and get right into this.
Let's do it.
Snow Aster. Unfortunately, Nash, tonight we've already got our entry sold out. We'll just work these out in 2 weeks though.
I gave you a 10. I love the sounds. It feels so bubbly and glittery and it almost like liquid in a way. It's just so fun. Like I love the sounds you chose. Performance, I'm gonna give you an 8. Everything felt good, but it didn't feel over the top. It felt calm. Not underwhelming, but not overwhelming. Just kind of right there in the middle. And then mix and master, I give you an 8.5. It was really creative. The vocals sounded really clean. The kind of layering came in. Everything was really nice, and the textures.
To me, the high end of the sound selection was 10. I just didn't love all the sounds together. Like I felt like some of them weren't the most fitting.
Yeah.
And so that's where it came out as an 8.5. And then performance, I gave it an 8. Other parts, again, just it didn't necessarily to me like make sense in the song. And then mix and master, again, I gave it an 8. The way that those like more wet sounds sounded, like the mix on those, the effect, like it sounded so good. Streetlights are underappreciated by Jupe. Let's go ahead and get right into this. For me on the sonic selection, I gave it an 8.5. I really loved the beat. It sounded full. There was a lot of really cool elements. Performance, I gave it a 9. I love the way you make those like falling vocals. I gave the mix and master a 7.5. Again, I really like the where your vocal sits compared to the beat.
So sound selection, 8.5. It has good emotion in it, and I think it gives you good space to do what you needed to do. Performance, same thing, 9. You put your all into it. You put your heart out there. It was emotional at times. It had emphasis on the right parts. It was smooth. Mix and master, 8. It did its job, nothing more.
Snow Aster 8.16, Jupe 8.66. Winner Jupe. Quarterfinals, Rich Dior versus Michael J.
do it.
This is Blasphemy, the official audio. Let's get it.
She wanna paper chase on a monopoly. Stack his money for Offie and me. If ain't about the green, don't call me about tea. About the green hole, you know what I mean. My bitches talk at their necks and I'm on their screen. Now so bitch, what the fuck do you mean? Fuck do you mean? Focus on money is focused on me. I be like Benjamin, give me attention, please. I want a house on a lake, they can't know where I stay, but the pink lemon mask Blu-ray. If she on my body, he load up the shotty and deep into screaming, she blast at me.
So I gave the Sonic Selection an 8, the performance an 8, and the mix and master a 5. There was parts of the beat in her voice that I felt merged really well together, and then other parts that I felt clashed a bit. And then same with the performance. Again, I really liked her performance. There was a few parts on the auto-tune that fell off to me.
Yeah.
The mix and master wasn't my favorite, but other than that, I thought it was a solid track.
8, 8, 6. Sound selection, like again, it was good. It wasn't over the top. Like, oh, this is, you know, something I've never heard before.
Yeah.
The performance, I felt like 8. You did your thing. You stunted a bit on the track. The mix and master would bring all of that up. Just the elements clashing together. I think it takes away from the performance.
Hey, this next one right here, this is Lights Out by HLS. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
Man down, if we pull up to your lights out. Man down, if I shoot a shot, it's a lights out. Also, set it out, if you on stage, the lights out. Bad bitch, if you go far to the lights out.
Remember, that's Michael J on that chorus right there.
Might as well cut out the grid, shut down. I got some
Sound selection, I'm gonna go 8.5. The beat choice was really cool, and then what you guys did with it and chose to do sonically was really solid after. Like, the idea is fucking dope. Performance, I give it 8. Everyone showed up, did their thing, contributed. Like, it was just overall good. Mix and master, I think 6.5. There are some technical things to it. It feels like it's a little bit overblown with the master.
For myself, Sonic Selection, I went with an 8. Hearing the drill combined with that like heavy auto tune, that kind of more poppy sound, I liked that switch up. Performance, I gave it a 9. It's just so powerful. It's so catchy. That takes me to the mix and master. I gave it a 7.5. I thought it sounded really good again, especially that chorus sounded very full.
Rich Dior 8.19, Michael J 6.76. Winner Rich Dior. Quarterfinals Ice Venny versus Gluck Jones.
This is Ice Vinny's City Girl, She Don't. Let's go ahead and get right into this.
Bad body girl hanging from the pole. I just lights up when she drop it to the floor. Yeah. I be thinking I need therapy.
I feel like I didn't notice that sound last time. I don't know why. I like it though.
Just do with me. I don't need your line, I don't need your number. Do me right, baby, this time through the night, I ain't a quitter, I'ma fight. Throw it down, I'ma give you what you want. Don't catch feels, don't take this shit to heart, no. He don't understand what I want. He think he could be my family. I didn't told you that.
I give that one a 9.5 on sound selection, a 10 on performance, and a 9.5 on the mix. I'm a sucker for those like more Latin sounding songs. Ice Vinny's voice just fits very well onto it. She does a great job with those melodies. Performance, she had different layers. She had substance in her, you know, what she was saying in the lyrics. Mix and master, I give it a 9.5. Sounds super solid.
Sound selection, I gave 8.5. Performance, 10. I think you did. You wrote a hit. It's catchy. This is some of your best work ever. And mix mastering, 9. There is just those few moments of a little clutter. Hey, maybe just a little touchy on certain effects.
This is Glock Jones' Kill Bill, the official video. Let's go and get right into this.
Open them doors, you show 'em what step when they buck, I'm laid back. Watch when I shake back. They thought Shorty was playing, he came back. I don't be playing with niggas, I bang back. G23, I just called it the jump man. Fucking with Chicho, making the beat jam.
I like that you actually rap too. Like, you're not just saying like spin block shit. Like, you're actually rapping with that.
Real shit.
City know I'm a villain. Hop out, gang, get busy. Flock did a bid with me, so you know I give him everything my kid. Hey.
Sound selection, bro, 9.5. That beat was fucking fire, bro. Performance, 9, bro. You wrote a good song. You have bars. I fucking enjoyed it. You didn't let a moment go to waste. Mix and mastering, I gave you just a straight 9 because it's similar to Ice Vinny's where it's saying it does the job. It feels like the right thing, but you know, it's not that above and beyond.
Sonic selection, I went with a 9. It just fits the genre. Performance, I went with the 10. Mix and master, again, I gave it a 9, exactly what you, whereas super strong, just didn't blow me away.
Ice Venny 8.4, Glock Jones 7.58. Winner Ice Venny. Semi-finals Iodine versus Jupe.
Everything I Need by Calitano, produced by Iodine. Okay, let's go ahead and get right into this. Hey, bet, do it, Glock. We'll tap in with you. Is this the new one, Iodine? I haven't heard much of this one.
I heard a little bit of this in the Discord, but it was a win. It's a work in progress.
You're my everything. Without you, I'll be nothing. So don't go.
Outside on the pan. With the siren, that's insane. Or I don't know if that was a flanger or what, but
it's gonna be tough, man. Fuck. The sound selection, bro, I gave it a 9. The EDM element was so insane, bro. And performance, Cal, man, the energy, 9 again. Cal, your vocals, man, absolutely beautiful. Mix and mastering, I gave it an 8.5. That's my lower score. And I think it's just because I want to feel Cal's voice a teeny bit more electric.
For me, I hit a 7.5, an 8, and a 7. Sonic selection, work on the sounds. You're going to switch out a few of the drums, a few of the instruments and stuff like that. Really lock in on the sounds that make the song. Performance, I give it an 8. I focused on Iodine's portion of it. There was like solid EDM pieces and stuff like that in there, but I also could tell he was trying to leave room for Cal to be able to come out and finish. So, and then the mix and master, I gave it a 7. Again, the vocal sounded a bit thin to me, and then like you said, it just sounded disconnected from the beat. And so just creating that cohesion is gonna, be able to take it to the next levels. And this one's Jupe. Right now, let's get right into it. That cry live, those doubles coming real nice.
I'm just trying to find my inner peace right now. Wanna crash the whip.
Beat selection 8.5. It was groovy. I really liked it. Performance, I gave you a 9.5 because I felt like you wrote a hit. With this song, if it was fully finished, mixed and mastered, this would be a hit. It's so catchy. It's almost a 10, but I just think the mix and masters was holding it back. And I gave you a 7.5. It feels like it's there, but it's not done.
For me, I got 8.5, 8.5, and 7. For the sonic selection, like I said, the beat was really intriguing, but I also felt like it matched her voice really well. Performance, I gave her an 8.5 as well. Again, certain parts like where she had those doubles come in, like super breathy, like sigh, or you know, cry, but it wasn't quite as clear. And so I gave it a 7 on the mix and master as well. It's not completely finished, so I know there's a little bit more work to do on that.
Iodine 8.16. Jupe 8.25. Winner Jupe. Semi-finals. Rich Dior versus Ice Venny.
24 by Ice Venny. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Hey, much love, Cal. You have a great rest of your night.
I turned 24, plenty more blessings, heavy on timing. And I ain't typical, steady, I'm grinding. If I want it, I'ma have it. I can't go back and acknowledge the bad things, cause I'm fighting. Oh, can we be romancing? Cause I'm asking. Ooh, I've been wanting an exchange, baby, between you and I. Tell me how you really feeling, I might just give you what you really like. Baby, you know I feel something brewing up. I feel it in the air. Pull up on me tonight. Yeah. And I know that you've been
I mean, I think so.
She gives me chills all the time, Em. I feel that.
But tell me, can you really handle me? Won't lie, sometimes I'm out of control. Come to the city, you know I've been waiting all night long. Boy, you got me good tonight. Will I give it up? I might. Yeah. Be tied to you, my baby. Feel me getting higher. I give you what you need. Sipping pure Hennessy. I wish I knew you prior. I don't wanna be around if you only give me minimal love. I need plenty of hugs till I said I had enough. I feel it in the air. I love it when you hit. Oh, ooh, I've been wanting an exchange, baby, between you and I. Tell me what you're really feeling. Is this what you like?
Nines across the board. I can't tell you what's missing, but my gut was telling me just 9 across the board. Like, it's so solid. That was my favorite beat you had so far. Your vocals, I think you outperformed other songs, if not matched that energy. And the mix and mastering is the same on the last one, where it was like, it was really good. I honestly think it was a little better this time than the last song.
For myself, I hit 8 for sonic selection or sound selection, 9.5 for performance, and then 8.5 for the mix and the master. Performance, I gave her a 9.5. Like I said, it sounded like she was hitting her notes. She understood the assignment. She showed up. She did her job. The mix and the master, I gave it an 8.5. Like I said, I thought the mix was super clean. The dynamics weren't the same as, for example, City Girl, where it's super full. Yeah. And so the mix I thought was solid, but like just getting that master is gonna finalize that. But
I don't know, I feel that.
And then let's go ahead and get right into Rich Dior, West Valley. Happy early birthday, Ice Venny.
Yeah, happy early one.
Who kill for you, nobody. She Brooklyn blue like Bobby. Mike Lover, she's my shawty. Nick Lover, round she crunk shit, she probably a party girl. Get to it, a big bang back busy girl. What she doing? To it like Ollie girl, but you knew it. Yeah, she a West
okay.
Valley,
This song
girl,
is,
West
you guys can go
Valley,
stream this one,
Who
West
kill for
Valley.
You, nobody. She Brooklyn blue like Bobby. And if Mike Lover, she's my shawty.
Yeah, we've heard this one.
Maybe Wakwali ain't want no parties. My bro to me what Miguel was to Maya. Roll up another one taking me higher.
Yeah, and this is gonna be a real tough battle.
Yeah, the strength is fit straight through the wire. Mommy, the strength keep on through that for you, nobody. If I tell him shoot it, shotty. Look, my bro think of dropping bodies. Silver, don't miss that shotty. Paris in the law, we go through his body. I know my brother, I ain't hit nobody. Plotted on him like they plotted on Bobby. West Valley, who kill for you, nobody. She Brooklyn blue like Bobby. And if Mike Glover, she's Mike Shoddy. Mick Glover, I'm Ferraris. You'll never find another one like Hardy. I'm used to playing it safe, now I feel it's just a facing got my heartbeat. I'm on my way. I thought I've been never nigga pay the way. I thought I've been never nigga save the day. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I thought I've been never nigga save the day. I thought I've been never nigga pay the way.
I gave it a 9 on the sound selection, a 9 on the performance, and then an 8 on the mix and the master. I really liked the way it sounded. Just it was kind of giving me like my island vibes, or I don't know exactly,
Moana.
but and again, her voice just paired very well with that. Performance, again, I gave her a 9. Just really good melodies, really like catchy, like just sweet vocals. And then mix and master, I gave it an 8. Again, it sounded really good, but to me, it wasn't like banging. It wasn't super full. It didn't sound polished.
Sound selection, I did an 8. I felt like it was good, but it didn't feel one of those island kind of ringtone sounds that I'm gonna hear for a long time. Performance, I give you a 9.5. I had so much fun listening to it. The energy was just so real, you could feel it. Mix and mastering, I'm giving you a 7.5. Comparison of other songs we've heard tonight, even other mixes you sent us, it just lacks certain qualities, and I think one of those qualities was dynamics, kind of punchiness. I just think you get that right, you kind of adjust that auto-tune a teeny bit, you're sitting at that 9.5 level.
Rich Dior, 8.49. Ice Vanny, 8.83. Winner, Ice Vanny. Final round, Jupe versus Ice Vanny.
Oh.
Yeah,
There we
we
go.
are in the finals.
Let's get it.
What I was looking for, my bad.
But this is so basically Jupe. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Big shouts out to Jupe.
So basically, I have a stalker and they won't let me go. In other words, wherever I go, they go. I'm telling you, they won't stop. Can't even go down the block.
Tough pick right here.
And every day I have to worry that they'll come in my home. Can't even talk to my friends 'cause they're hearing my phone. I'm telling you, they won't stop. Can't even go down the block. It all started at the corner store when I was shopping. And there you were, you said, excuse me, miss, I love your fit. And I said, thank you, it's so thrifted. And from there, I guess it was love that side for you. Parasocial MRI. I thought that never again I'd see your face. I was wrong. So basically, I have a stalker and they won't let me go. In other words, wherever I go, they go. I'm telling you, they won't stop. Can't even go down the block. And every day I have to worry that they'll come in my home. Can't even talk to my friends 'cause they're hearing my phone. I'm telling you, they won't stop. Can't even go down the block.
Not us casually bopping out to Jupe having a stalker.
Right. All excited about it.
Said he won't stop. You know, we're all dancing. Man, big shouts out to Jupe. So basically,
For sound selection, I gave you a 9. You chose such a perfect beat to match the story. It does feel like a late night creeping type of beat, like not in a weird way, but like from a movie where someone's like, oh my god, you know, like that. It feels like that. It really does. So to find a beat, match it, write the song, solid. And performance, I'm giving you a 9.5 just because the storytelling is so intense. For the mix and master, I think I'm just gonna go solid 8. I've heard better mixes from you. The main thing for me was the little bit of air in the vocals.
for myself, I give this one a 9, a 10, and a 9. Again, sonic selection. So you mentioned the air in her vocals. I hear you. I don't disagree with you. I also kind of liked the way it fit on the beat. Performance, I gave her a 10, like you said. Between the storytelling, She's hitting some great vocals. She's keeping it sonically entertaining. Mix and master, I gave her a 9. Like you said, it wasn't like my favorite mix and master I've ever heard. Like, to me, it got the job done. For this song, it was very fitting to me. Let's see what Ice Vinny's got now. This is Don't You Know, another unreleased track, man. We appreciate you. Dropping soon.
I got a feeling you gon' stick around for just long enough. And I've been 10 toes, but maybe you just ain't good enough. The summer's calling, pour the liquor, run it in my cup. I cannot settle, don't trip, I ain't a hoe. So let's just end it, baby, look back when we grown. Got a tendency to move on and build a life on my own.
Those background vocals are so sweet.
Don't be upset, cause I left. Stop hating me, I ain't settling for less. I don't know why you press, cause I'd rather choose a check.
Maybe we'll get a Jupe Ice Vinny collaboration out of this.
I hope so.
That'd be awesome.
Don't you know, don't you know, yeah. Don't you know, yeah. Didn't you know? Don't you know, don't you know, yeah. Don't you know, yeah. Leave me alone. You move real slimy when intoxicated. Tripping on nothing like it's something and you call me crazy. I felt like you were the furthest thing from appreciative. And when my friends ask about us, I say it's complicated. Mixing pineapple.
Man, much love. Who was that?
I feel like Tyler when I told you we were friends. No, it's how I feel, so please don't take it so damn personal.
Appreciate you.
I think it's time that you move on. Come on, just let it go. I know it hurts, babe. Tell me, would you rather I lie and make it worse, babe? How could you call me cold-hearted? Cause I'm sure, babe. Be careful what you say. Some things you can't take back, babe. I don't need no fucking rest. Work my ass off, get up early for the check. Drove myself up to the jeweler, bought them diamonds from my neck. Yes. Look how they glisten on my chest. Hey, don't be upset, cause I left. Stop hating me, I ain't settling for less. I don't know why you press.
Chat, make sure you guys vote on this next one, please.
I'm focused on me, little baby. Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know? Didn't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know? Yeah. Don't you know? Yeah. Leave me alone. I'm not the lady for you. Why don't you be honest with yourself? Some woman hold out on her own. Don't you know? Don't you know?
On the sound selection, I gave it a 9.5. It had some nice, sweet pads and different things to keep it, sounding full and supporting your vocal. The performance, I gave it a 10. This also plays into the background vocals with the sound selection. Like, I thought you had some really cool, tasteful background vocals, like added dynamics, added a lot to the song. And then the mix and master, I gave it a 9.5. Again, those background vocals felt like they were perfectly placed. It gave it a lot of dynamics, a lot of space in the song. It felt wide, it felt full.
Sound selection, I gave you an 8. I'll just be honest, I just wasn't a huge fan of the beat. Performance, I gave you a 9. Like, you fucking killed it. That was probably some of my favorite harmonies I've ever heard from you. It's hard to compare to like, oh, I love choruses from other songs you've made, things like that, but fucking killed it. Mix and master, 9. Like, it just was really fucking good. Everything from, hey, just having a whole new entire just mix and master process, it almost sounds like. This seems brand new. Like you said, nothing like anything. I think that was like super attractive to the song. Using a new mix style, everything like that definitely benefited this.
Ice Vinny, Jupe, you guys both killed it. You both performed tonight.
Jupe, 9.08. Ice Vinny, 9.16. Winner, Ice Vinny.
Holy shit.
Oh my goodness. Let's give it up to everyone. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. Let's give it up for all the artists who submitted music tonight. Big thank you to everyone. Black Stars in the building, man. HLS, Ice Vinny,
Man.
Jupe, Iodine. It's been so many great songs being heard tonight.
That was intense. That was close.
Pino, man, we got so much great music tonight. But no, we really appreciate each and every one of you guys, for real, for real.
Yeah, it was a great night, man. A lot of fun.
So much fun. So many great artists sharing music, you know what I'm saying? So really thank you guys to everyone who got to share a song. If you didn't get to share a song tonight, don't worry. We'll do more of these in the future. This was a lot of fun. I'd be down.
Yeah.
We love you guys. We had a ton of fun, and we will see you all at the next perfect time.
So,
Much love, everybody.